Hey, Rich.
Hey, happy
Film
Halloween.
directors. Film directors, who do you trust on your set? Welcome to New Thought Live with Rich Smith and Dean Regan. Are you able to do your job with a sense of trust, or are you fearful that someone's going to screw up your vision? Today on New Thought Live, we talk to film directors about trust in pre-production, trust on the set, and trust in post-production. Are you able to trust that not only you will make the best decisions to bring the film's vision forward, but that those above and below the line have your back? We humbly have a few thoughts to share. Don't we, Rich?
Absolutely. So trust, moving into something, I don't care what it is, whether it's film production or music production or anything, you have to move in with trust. Because if you move in with any distrust of anybody or anything, or even don't even trust that things are going to work out, it's a reciprocal universe. You're just going to get that back. So, Dean, how do you move forward with trust when you...
Well, you're talking about reciprocal universe. What you put in, you get back.
Yeah.
Subjective consciousness just listens. So recognize that if you're not trusting, you're not going to be trusted.
Yep.
And so you get to the first step really is we were talking about this of adding another step to pre-production, because pre-production is so easy and effortless. It can use another step, can it? Well, actually, it needs this step, and that is the sense of spiritual practice.
Yeah.
To really link your creative vision and your spiritual vision by really visioning.
Yeah.
Meditation, prayer, breathing. I know it's the same thing over and over, but it works.
Works. Yeah.
So linking your spiritual vision and your creative vision. So your intention for the whole project is in a place of, okay, let's just say there's two possibilities. There's only two. Let's just go with me for this. Let's pretend you can either have a loving experience, stick with me, or a fearful experience. What would you prefer to have, all told? A loving experience or a fearful? I mean, in our book, so if you're here with New Thought Live with Rich and Dean, if you're one of our clients, we're talking about a loving experience.
Yeah.
So, Rich, when you think about the principle that's involved in that kind of loving experience, what do you look to? What spiritual principle do you look to?
I would use principle 28. Is it possible to talk to the infinite filmmaker? So using my metaphor that life's a movie created by an infinite filmmaker, and there's no limit to what it can create in a movie called life. It's just like in this metaphor going into a set, just know that you can trust that this infinite intelligence, this universe, is behind your back. It's supporting you in every way. And so when I do visioning, when I go off and do a project or something, I do visioning, like Dean said, close my eyes. What is it going to look like? What is it going to feel like? What is it going to sound like to be experiencing this? See it in your mind's eye. See things unfolding exactly the way you want. You know, there's some different stories about basketball players, and they took the teams and divided it up. Have you heard these before? Where one team would go and practice a lot, all the time. The other team would just sit there and visualize getting the shots, getting the hoops, playing the game. And it was the team that was just visualizing that did better than the team that had practice. So visioning is very important. Go into it with expectation that everything is going to work out.
Expectation that everything is going to work out. And folks who are listening to this and are less of a spiritual bent and more of a psychological bent, recognize there's just so much material out there about peak performance. My God, and sports figures are the perfect place so there's a lot of material out there. We have so much material about spiritual performance and the ability to trust. And And now in my practice, living in concert with life, I bring in some of the psychological as well as the spiritual into that musical metaphor that I use. And this peak performance is so perfect for directors. Peak performance, really being on your game, but it goes down to just so much what you have to say there, Rich. Even if you don't know jack about spiritual principles, my friends, directors, sit down for 21 days in a row for 10 days, 10 minutes at a time, and just focus on quietly how this experience is going to feel.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
you and for the other folks.
Yeah.
And for directors, recognizing that we're saying, you know, we're loved. Sometimes I want my set to be a certain emotional quality so I get the best out of the performers you still get to apply the tools of your trade, assuming you have consent from the people that you're working with. Yes, there's plenty of ways to be engaging their emotional life to bring out the best of what their work is. But overall, in our assessment, there needs to be a sense of trust for yourself, trust for the people, to the people and from the people that are around you. So we're
trust in this higher power, trust in the higher power.
Trusting
Exactly what needs to be done. It's within you. And so, you know, the whole thing, Dean, you were just talking about, and I'm just so totally, it just clicked for me that whatever energy you bring into the production, trust, faith, belief, joy, that's what's going to come out of it. That's what you're going to experience it in the experience.
And if you have that trust and that faith, you will have grace and you will have the creativity that is your heart's desire in a way that does not make little tiny metaphorical razor blade marks on the skin, on your skin and those people around you. I don't mean to be gross there, but sometimes our behavior can really wreak havoc with those around us. And we're encouraging you to have a sense of trust. So and our time is up here. Rich, thanks for spending this very special night together. It's talking about trust. It's uplifting to me. And for those of you who want to join in this community, this common unity that we have with New Thought Live, join us on New Thought Tuesdays. Go to newthoughttuesdays.com, sign up for our reminder. You'll get a special video link to come in and join the conversation. Rich and I bring up a topic, we discuss it for a few minutes, and then the whole community gets on together to discuss that particular topic.
Yeah.
And it's exciting, it's electric, the vision is clear, and the community is growing. So we're grateful for that, and grateful for all of you that you bring to the New Thought Live community. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Dean. And so we'll see you on Tuesday. Take care.